Welcome back, my dearest friends. Welcome back to ever so amazing, sexy Total War Attila, where I'm continuing on with one of more underrated games in the series. So it is 397 AD. It is truly an autumn. The Sea of Blood has happened. We lost many times in Noyam. Settlement sacked so many times. It's unbelievable. But not much of a plunder for the enemy, as the sacking was constant by two different enemy groups. And attrition is always for the Dragon Slayers, sadly. We do not have food to sustain them. Our Imperium level is impressive, which gives us certain benefits, fielding more armies, fleets, governors, spies, priests, and champions. But at this very moment, the Venedians are trying to survive more than anything else. The food, non-existent. Oium, we're trying to get those Venedi goat pens as much as we can, as fast as we can, just to get the necessary stuff. As you can see, the town has been damaged heavily. The tribal stronghold is not even a town anymore, if it ever was a town, due to the amount of damage sustained due to the enemy attacks. But first and foremost, civil war. Faction encounter, Alans. Battle of Oya, decisive defeat. 180 against 390. War declared. Gruntungians against Budinians, the evil Budinians. Truly they are. Are they our enemies? Yes, they are. Some of the evil Huns. In this very location, we might be having soon a battle against the Rugians and their one-star general, who has the cunning of 4. Authority of 3 and zeal of 5. Full stack army, well, not really full stack, 15, but still the amount of stuff he has is beautiful. This is what we have. Sadly, again, the food is killing our men. Even the best of us are dying. The followers of Veles, one of more unique units, and the Slavic raiders that we got from the very start. Army withdraws the Dragon Slayers because we were engaged while in this stance, the raid, that is the march stance. We can fortify ourselves, get the integrity back slowly but surely. Attrition even to death, attrition, no attrition, swarm attrition. Reinforcement range plus 10, replenishment plus 2, deployable. 2 beds of sharp stones, deployable. 2 stake walls, and campaign movement disabled. This is something we could utilize in luring, but again, remember, the food is the problem. With each turn, I am losing men. So we can go for full battle against this enemy force and hope we win with less amount of units than them. It would give us back our integrity quite a bit if we win. If we lose, that was gonna be it. But we are a 2-star general, and should I say, the king of Venedians. We get some raiding in Duna, of course, understandable. We've been raided by many factions at this point. Development. Labor service, finish. You can request protection from me. I can request labor from you. Gives us wealth plus 5% from agricultural buildings. And of course, building of dikes, bone carver, Venedi, closed fields. We can continue doing something more. I would go for the battle now that we are in a very tight situation. We can go for more wealth, but again, what's the wealth if we lose everything else, every battle, everything? We can go for recruitment costs, but 6 turns. Fatigue rate minus 20%, but we will definitely be needing Roman logistic system first. That's 3 turns. Enables building of wood carver ammunition plus 5%. Unlocks recruitment of Slavic axemen. Replaces Slavic axe levy. That's nice. And with military maneuvers, we'll be getting a recruitment for Slavic archers. Sagena, Slavic marauders, Slavic skirmishers, Slavic horse raiders, assault kondura, Slavic light boatmen, and Sagena, Slavic marauder bowmen. Again, that specifically, the last two are, well, actually three we have for specifically naval combat. So, continue on with that. Slowly but surely, guys, we will win or we will lose. That is the entire point of this. Since the very start, if Venedians are gonna win, they will survive the harsh environment we're in. The problems do arise that we do have Rugians, also another army going for Palteska. We have also the Venedian separatists. Oium itself near the blood embers of the Lugians. We could go for maybe a forced marriage, so to speak, with one of our so-to-be allies, which we would like to have, but I'm not so sure that I want to do it with them. Honestly, if I'm gonna give that, I wanted to try if it is even possible with the Huns. That would be good. Marriage with Huns. Let's try that. Let's go into diplomacy and see if we can set up that. So again, why the Huns? Why the hell not? The real question is, again, they do not like us at all.
Please don't bother with meaningless pleasantries. Talk of meat, not honey.
No. Oh yes, arranged marriage would be good if there's even a possibility. We offer or demand the wife, or that's both. That's actually demand the wife for Dragovit, or we go offering also our own Mila, daughter, to Optar, the statesman. Yes, let's see this. Would we do that? If we do go with the Huns, the probability again of everybody else hating me, but at this point we are hated by most people, except the Antians, Sclavinians, but both of those I'm unsure if they will survive in terms of, well, against the Huns. But Vladislav could be a good choice. Let's see with him.
Greetings, friend. I've called for good ale to ease your throat and, ripe women to ease other parts.
Let's see if we can do anything there. Okay, military access. That's all there is to it. Military alliance, low. So marriage with them is impossible, as I think I did see that in the last time, in the last video. The question is, Tripimir might be the one. He might be the one for arrange of the marriage. We demand the wife, that is, for Dragovich. She is an intelligent woman, and I would go for that. Moderate. An exception is awesome.
Agreement is like a feast after an empty belly. You are a truly worthy friend.
And that way we increase a little bit of love towards us. And that way we increase love low.
You speak as well as a bard, but I must be unswayed by all except the interest of my people.
So they have accepted to give their own child into marriage with my own son. What is the Darko's son? That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Or a bad thing. At this very moment, the Venedians might not exist in a few turns, in a few seasons, if you will. So, yay or nay, we shall see. So all those things are done. The question is, do we attack or do we wait? I will attack. Enough of waiting. We have, I believe the force of 17, even though, again, really dependent upon the terrain we'll be fighting in. The terrain, well, could be, cool. It's a forest, hilly, maybe even terrain. Who knows how we're gonna be represented. But the problems are the enemy. Well, we are basically the same against same. The one more unique here unit and some stuff. Can we get mercenaries ourselves? I'm not willing to buy mercenaries, not a fan of them. But in this case, I think I'll have to. Steppe Lancers, Germanic Hurlers, Germanic Warband, excellent armor piercing and excellent armor. Heavy axe infantry, melee attack of 48. Again, yes, each of these units just basically gets, even if it is not a Slavic unit, gets the last stand ability. We can mercenary steppe raiders, light melee infantry, a light shock infantry. I would go with these at the moment because considering that we only have one army, I will go with this. We'll get mercenary Germanic warband. We need some full units. And mercenary steppe raiders. They can actually have, they have the missile damage. They have a missile damage. 24 melee attack, 32 damage. Yeah, it's way better than the steppe lancers. Way better. 18 armor, 10 armor. Bigger health on the lancers. Speed is the same, so we shall be getting those also. We could get also the hurlers, considering that in terms of the distance, the only good thing we have is, of course, this beautiful thing. The Slavic Levy Archers. Not really beautiful indeed, to be honest. Not really beautiful at all. I'm just saying beautiful because that's a lie. We have seen that they are pretty much useless. So that's it. We will hire those mercenaries. Will we get them? Or we have to press this? Just hire the mercenaries. Thank you very much. It costs, but if we're gonna win this battle, we will fight it heavily. In terms of, again, integrity, it's questionable. There might be mutiny in 4 turns. That's a bad thing. But, my dear friends, let's do this. Let's attack the enemy and see how this goes. If we are in a normal stance, they are in a normal stance also. Stance none. That's a normal stance. Let's attack and have a beautiful battle against them. The battle deployment is very similar force. 1,609 men against 1,650 men. But again, a very bad thing is they do actually have Germanic warbands, the X-Men, the same one we actually bought now. Heavy X-Men. And again, hurlers tend to be a problematic thing. And this is how we're gonna scout this terrain and see if we can do anything better. We are the attackers, but they do have ballistas. Not ballistas, that is this Onegar. Oh, this is a beautiful battle for us. This is actually a beautiful battle for us. Due to the Onegar and the hurlers being pretty much useless. We'll utilize the advantage of the trees as we maneuver and utilize this point, and hopefully everything is gonna be fine, and we'll destroy the bastards. We will destroy the bastards. We do also have more advantage in terms of horse people. We have Slavic raiders, steppe raiders now, and again I'm hoping for the followers of Elas to be the best of the best. So see you soon. Welcome back, my dear friends, to the battle of battles. The first, and I mean the very first battle, proper battle between two armies, not a defense like in Oyam so many times, but an actual battle between King Darko himself, right here, and his bodyguards, the warlord's bodyguards, against, again, the Rugians, and their commander called Theo. Strange name indeed. But many units we do have here that are unique. And the warlord's bodyguards are the very first time we actually see them. Alongside with some more of those. but we shall look at them slowly but surely. But first and foremost, the overview map and things that are and the things that are not. Up here to the north, from the camera angle that we are in, we can see, of course, the Warlord's Guard. Very heavy Axe infantry, tier 3, no less. Not tier 2, but tier 3 infantry. Tier 1 infantry, classical Slavic Levy Spearmen. Nothing to talk about, but still Slavic. Amazing people with spears. We have some mercenary Germanic warband and Slavic Axe Levy. Two completely different units. Heavy Axe infantry against light Axe infantry. Way better Axe infantry against very bad Axe infantry, but still capable. Some skirmishers, valuable units, very valuable. Not biggest accuracy or range, but still. With some Slavic Levy archers hiding in the woods here at the moment. So the position is for us to move towards the enemy here. At least that is King's Darko main proposition. We move through the woods, not being seen by the enemy force. That is in a light wooded area, it would seem, compromised of many Germanic hurlers. And Commander Theo right here, with Germanic nobles, medium melee infantry tier 1. With additional Germanic warbands to the side, and of course mercenary Onegar. With additional Germanic levies. That's 5 Germanic levies, 5 hurlers, 2 Germanic warbands, Germanic noble of course, and additional mercenary Germanic mounted warband on the side. On the far right of their flank is a setup. The followers of Veles, a very unique unit with some mercenary steppe raiders, Slavic raiders, and Slavic raiders. So 2 Slavic raiders, one very unique unit, medium Axe infantry tier 2, followers of Veles, and of course mercenary steppe raiders as a mercenary unit. But that's not important, is it? First we see what we actually have in the end of the day. The new unit specifically. So the Warlord's Guard. Only the bravest, the best, and most loyal may serve at the side of their lords. Excellent armor piercing damage, excellent armor, and high health. 23 accuracy, 32 melee damage, which is again same as the spear unit though. But melee defense 35, armor 45, big health pool 172, and 59 morale. Additionally, spear wall. We can make spear wall with certain units, and I think we can do the same thing with our beautiful Slavic Levy Spearmen. So there is that. Again, shields ready. 25 missile block chance, 200% entity mass, 15 shield defense, 15 attack against elephants, 15 attack against cavalry. Not a bad thing. With the addition, of course, the last stand ability that we gain, because again we do have the Shrine of Perun in this, not in the region as in the province. Addition being to the Warlord's bodyguard and being the king himself, he does have some certain special abilities. The Fear 1. Target enemy units to prevent them from using their special abilities for short time. And additionally, we have the Unbreakable. The unit's morale cannot be broken for an extended period of time. Headhunt, Unbreakable. Encourage, Disciplined, and of course Hiding in the Forest abilities. At the moment we can't really see them very well, but have some armor, have nice little daggers, but look amazingly nonetheless. We shall see them in combat anywho. New units again. Just looking at the new units specifically. Not you guys. Let's go back over here somewhere. And here we can actually also see hiding the mercenary Germanic warband. Again, way better than the Axe infantry we have. Again, this is tier 1, but still a heavy Axe infantry. a normal Germanic warband for the enemy that we are fighting, the Rugians, no less. So there is that. They have melee attack of 48, so big, massive accuracy, even compared to the Warlord's Bodyguard, of melee damage of 32. Defense not the greatest, only of 12, but still, as a shock force, I'm guessing that would be perfect. Armor of 47, 95 health pool, 37 morale, 32 speed, and again with the addition that they do have frenzy ability. Improves units attack ability for an extended period of time. Plus 10 melee attack. So again, 2 additional to the melee attack, the accuracy extends quite a bit, but gets into the frenzy, loses the fatigue also quite a bit. So again, only the newest units themselves. A beautiful map, very forested map here. Enemy over there with the similar composition to our, but not really. But the thing that I always wanted to see are the vanilla skins for the followers of Elis. Again, I do like the vanilla skins for the infantry in general now for the Attila. While they all have, as in previous Total Wars without mods, skin mods, they have the specific coloring. You know, the white, the green, the strong white, the strong blue, or whatever they are like as a representation. I'm actually liking that. And you can see these guys are bad boys. Medium max infantry, excellent armor piercing damage, average missile block chance, 45 melee attack. Charge bonus of 32, of course, melee damage. This is like the biggest thing at the moment. 47 melee defense, armor of 25, health, the big health pools, 110, 47 morale and speed 31. They have an additional thing though, they have rapid advance, improve unit movement speed over an extended period. Rapid plus 50% of speed, in addition with the last stand. They have resistance to fatigue. Fatigue has a less of an effect on this unit, which is a beautiful thing. Again, guerrilla deployment giving us the ability to deploy outside our zone, which comes with all of these forces you can see. Of course, the units that we do have are the light skirmisher cav here. A beautiful skirmisher cav. Basically, again, it's they're just spear levy with some cloaks. Not the biggest thing to look at, but still, rate of fire big, excellent spotting, that is a good thing always. I mean, who doesn't want an excellent spotting just to notice the enemy in those little bushes? Melee attack is 19, 32 damage classic, armor of 18, but big health pool again, morale of 36, speed 100, missile damage of 90, which is the same to the skirmishers that we have near our king against Slavic raiders. And the last but never least, a completely new units. These are the steppe raiders, no less. Like, look at these bad boys. Look at these. These are the Mongols. These are the bad boys, which I really like. I'm gonna zoom in. Look at here. They're angry a little bit. They're angry. I don't know. They're also composed of some women, probably. Yes, probably. They have horses. Unbelievable. Look at them shields. Good stuff. Good stuff. But again, not the greatest unit. Though I did choose them to be the greatest. I mean, excellent attack against Cav, excellent capture power, has missile weapon, 24 melee attack, 32 damage, classic, melee defensive 45, 18 armor, health pool is big, 190, morale of 34, not great, but again, not bad actually. Again, resistance to fatigue, campaign stealth, this can move around the campaign without being seen, interesting indeed, guerrilla deployment, hide in the forest, ignores the terrain. Speed penalty caused by the terrain ignored by this unit. An amazing unit in the Raider. This unit may set buildings on fire, cause more fire damage with torches, and capture faster than other units. They also have the rapid advance, by the way, which is great, and additional to the last stand. So it's all about every single unit out there, be it the Slavic or not Slavic, as long as they're in our domain. But, and of course under our faction. It's almost 20-minute battle. It is 1,609 men against 1,650 men that they have. So in general, it's gonna be a bad mojo. So let's start this slowly but surely. This is gonna be a very long battle. So the Germanic hurlers moving up front onto a more visible position for us at least to see the bastards. The Germanic levy, that is the Germanic spear levy up front here, thank you very much. Not to be really afraid of those, as they're basically the same thing we have, but some new units. They have the Onegars. A beautiful unit does a lot of damage, I believe. So let's see exactly what it does. It's a light artillery, good missile damage, barrage, and they are preparing to barrage someone. Lose projectiles more frequently for an extended period of time. So they just bigger rate of fire. There you go. Let's see, the missile damage is 200. That's a lot. Not a huge chunk of ammo, but still. Here they have their own beautiful horse people. Mercenary Germanic mounted warband. Again, mercenaries, nothing really to be afraid of. Hell's Bell, high health, light melee infantry. Who cares, to be honest? But maybe we should. Maybe the battle goes really bad for us. As all battles do. As all battles do. So from the distance we are moving very slowly. Hiding. Our units not spotted at the moment on their right flank. And our king with the warlord's bodyguard. And a little bit of chatter between the brothers in arms. They are slowly moving. Hoping to get the enemy in this misty battle, by the way. It's pretty foggy battle to see exactly who dies this day, who wins this day, considering that this battle is a very important battle for us. This is our very first battle, but beyond that it is also a pivotal battle against the Venedians. If we lose this day, it is over. If we win this day, it is just the beginning of something beautiful. Or maybe not. Even a victory means a loss in the long run. We have suffered too many losses against the enemies that actually stabbed us in the back, with no allies in sight of any type, sadly. We are on our own to fight against the Huns, the Venedians, and the Geats. And slowly moving towards the main line of the enemy. The enemy at the moment not noticing us, even though we do have some units that are not hidden completely. They are on the move. The Onegars also on the move. We have noticed the enemy. On the side, we also did move our main side force. Slowly but surely we can actually notice them. We have our beautiful Pharaohs of Veles, with some of our beautiful steppe cavalry and Slavic raiders. What's gonna happen? Nobody knows. Well, I do know. And the opening of the fire upon us by the Onegars. The trees do help. The trees do help against any archers or Onegars or siege equipment in general. Trees do help. The nature helps us this day. At this point, I've noticed that the skirmishers are being fired upon a lot, so they're gonna be utilized as a bait for the ammunition of the Onegar. Better them than our archers that are moving forward to do some striking against the enemy. As the enemy has slingers, though their range less than what of our archers have. They are still hidden, but the enemy knows we are out there. They know that well because not everybody is hidden in the bushes. So the first volley of our archers, first the spread formation for every archer unit. For our Slavic levy archers indeed. Though again, 38 missile damage, ammunition going down. And the Onegar choosing to open fire upon us a little bit. And we hoping that we do some damage to the to the hurlers themselves, but sadly as we have already noticed from the previous battle, accuracy is not the greatest, and they are the weakest and the worst unit we can have, with no armor whatsoever to mention. Accuracy low, damage low, they are just a bait for probably at least something. At some point, of course, a change into the fire arrows and a mix a little bit of precision. We do have an ability, precision ability for our archers. So that way, at least, we might shoot and kill something. But as you can see, the enemy does not care, does not despair considering taking fire, but they're eager as the general is pretty much alive. Very, very bad unit. But if anything, at least they might take some fire from the hurlers. Though again, I am keeping the distance. And the skirmishers moving from the right flank to the left flank of theirs. Hurlers are a problem. Moving slowly, the followers of Veles. We're gonna be taking chance of luring them a little bit, and here comes the fire arrows. So, hoping to kill someone. Moving the skirmishers also on the right flank. Hoping to kill anything. Do some skirmishes between two big units. And here comes the hurlers opening fire upon the skirmishers. And the skirmishers need to get a little bit closer to the enemy so the enemy can die. Again, the accuracy and the range. It's all about the range at the end of a day. It's all about the range. And the hurlers doing much more massive damage upon our units here. Sadly, that is a fact. Completely wiping out the entire force. But in the back, we have the steppe cavalry, the Slavic cav, moving, luring the enemy to look at a different point. Spearmen moving in, killing the rest of the unit, probably. Here we lure the enemy cav. Opening fire with our Slavic cav. The enemy is moving with fierce determination, not knowing that the followers of Veles are right here. And we charge in with the steppe cavalry, and that way we kill the enemy cav. In this point, it's all about who kills the most and surrounds the enemy from the side. Again, the Slavic cav attacking the enemy. This is, of course, the mercenary unit. And that way we wipe out a little bit of our own forces due to the friendly fire. In the distance again, trying to lure a little bit to the enemy with our Slavic raiders. We do have, of course, the ability to shoot at the enemy, not get close to them, but shoot at them. from the distance. This way we a little bit discourage the enemy. So they don't shoot with the hurlers at our main force that is gonna be moving at some point towards the enemy, attacking them from the rear. I must say I am very pleased by my cavalry, doing an amazing hit and run tactics, while even my useless archers are opening fire from the sides and hoping to kill at least someone. A stray arrow is an arrow nonetheless, in the face specifically. We can see again the movement issued by me. Here comes the main force from the beautiful forest. While my cav is issuing some kind of attacks, doing a disruption between the enemy lines, my main force is on the move, doing the bad, and gonna be doing the ugly upon the enemy. With my cav still having the ability to shoot the enemy with those whatever pillars or what the hell they are, truly are. Though the hurlers are doing their job. They are doing their job in killing my units. We have 2 units again of the Slavic raiders. Getting towards the skirmisher unit here somewhere hiding. There they are. Again, the woods do not help anyone who has a range, that is. Now the true battle begins. The fire, chaos and blood. The perfection of everything. We have the middle, we have the right flank, and the enemy charges. So it begins. Immediately utilizing the last stand ability to completely annihilate the enemy, to be honest, a very beautiful ability still. Moving the spear from the right flank, attacking the rest of the enemy, while my Slavic raiders attack the hurlers and wipe them out slowly but surely. Skirmishers against the Axemen completely dead and broke. The most important thing is, of course, that the enemy is busy. And by that I mean they have been completely annihilated. The hurlers, we have completely annihilated most of their range. And my followers of Veles are holding it. And we're gonna go into the slow motion, because now it is the real battle. Now we see man against a man, axe against a freaking shield and a head. And whatever happens now, it's all about who wins, who does the most damage. Hopefully it is us. If not, it is gonna be a bad mojo in general. The Onagars wiped out by beautiful Slavic raiders. So no Onagars for the enemy. In this side, the full sight of my beautiful Slavic spearmen just attacking and murdering. Again, murdering the same type of a unit, spearman against a spearman. But we do have the enemy axe infantry. They do have 2 of those, and way better than any of units we have here in the battle. But with the last stand ability, it does quite a bit, to be honest. It does quite a bit. In this range here, enemy being completely now surrounded, attacking from the side with the axe, the Germanic axe, and of course with classical spearmen. The enemy has broken completely. In the distance we can see the enemy warlord, that is the enemy unit General Teo, attacking my steppe cavalry, or at least some type of a cavalry. death galore. Warlord's unit moving forward. The king moving in between, wiping out whatever he can. If anything is on the way, it will be dead. And men being happy about the first battle. At the moment, the victory is certain. But the enemy general is a problem, being that he is still pretty much alive and well. Most of my cav has been completely wiped out. The followers of Veles holding it, the last stand for them, and being completely wiped out by the enemy almost. Can't hold alone against these two forces. Oh, there goes the head, and the Veles are down. The followers of Veles completely wiped out on this battlefield. Now that the victory is in our grasp, it's still out there as the morale of the enemy is back, and they're now charging at us with complete frenzy, to be honest. Complete frenzy, because the morale is there for them still. The enemy general is still pretty much alive. We can even see it like this. Perfect actual example of the battle. We have some cav running mercenary step raiders, losing completely the morale. We have some speed loss on the warlord's guard. We are going towards the enemy general, surrounding him completely. We have more Germanic herders still pretty much alive. Open field. So if this is the enemy general, I'm looking at this persona, Germanic warband. Again, the Germanic warbands are amazing. They did the most damage to us in this battle. But victory is certain, I would say. The victory is certain, I would say. We can see also again lower on the speed. The hurlers opening fire upon us, but thankfully we have completely demolished the enemy axe infantry. And with that, at least, they have no melee infantry except the enemy general here defending against the Slavic levy spearmen. Some of our step cav charging into the what's left of the enemy. Germanic hurlers, Germanic levy, and Germanic hurlers, more of them still alive. But not for long. Winded, exhausted, eager and tired. At the end of a day, that is the main stuff. And the enemy falls back completely, losing this battle. Trying to charge with the horsemen of the steppe, but their morale breaks completely and unable to continue fighting of any kind, sadly. As they try to run away, the end is near after all. And we'll hurry up this one because this is all that there is. The victory is ours. The enemy white flags and our white flags, some of our own units running away because, hey, they can handle the heat. Being completely annihilated, and with that also killing the general himself. So another loss for the general unit of the Rugians. Now I think that is the most important in any battle, is to kill any type of a general, be it the tier 1, the tier 2, or even better, tier 3 general star, 3-star general if need be. Truly, it was a day to be remembered due to so many losses that we sustained since the very start to the Rugians and even the Huns, but mostly to the Rugians. Even though it's a Pyrrhic victory, the Pyrrhic victory again doesn't really matter. The point is that we did kill the enemy general. We did wipe out his entire force, and again we are still alive for now. And it is a Pyrrhic victory, no less, but a beautiful job done by the king himself. We have wasted a huge chunk of enemy units. Actually, we killed all of them. Let's be honest. There's maybe one, two, barely, they're all pretty much dead. Only one unit is alive, even their general is dead. Though sadly we did lose some of amazing followers of Veles. But it is as it is. The fates were those and such that they were meant to die, but they held the line beautifully, attacking the enemy with such ferocity and raping their beautiful ponies. Nonetheless, the mercenaries proved to be adequate. Germanic war bands were amazing, but all in all the Slavic men were the best. And King himself, with his warlord's guard, proved to be valuable. Even the naked Slavy archers, amazing, beautiful, amazing. In the skirmishers, and the Slavic raiders did an amazing job of hit and run and luring the enemy general to his death. So these are the statistics. We have deployed 1,609, they have deployed 1,650. 1,582 losses on the enemy side and only 813 on ours. 796 remaining on our side, 68 on their side. And we will kill the captives. But again, replenishment, it would be invaluable at this. So we will take some of these brave warriors, to be honest. The money is not the thing we need. I would definitely say get those warriors. Take those willing to fight into your army, replenishing your ranks. Their inexperience in your force, however, will affect your army's skill. So, but still, the replenishment is needed of any type. So we shall do that. And that was our very first victory. Very first victory for the Venedians, under the command of King Darko himself. Losses were there, but still, considering what could have happened in the end, it was an amazing thing. Truly an amazing thing. The enemy falling back with pathetic force under Captain Tanausis. The general is dead after all. The victory is ours for the moment. Pushing back the Rugians a little bit made morale for our units a bit better, or not. A little bit maybe better. Battle 110. There you go. Beautiful stuff. Hey, beautiful stuff. But this is only the beginning. And being that is the only beginning, we need to move out of this area and get towards Oyam. If nothing, if maybe Palteska. We're gonna be attacked from every side by the enemy. From the Rugians to the west, Geats also on the outskirts of our beautiful lands. They could wipe us out if they joined forces. The Rugians, we have no idea what they're gonna do. And of course, separatists, the betrayers are out there with big force of Rugians going for Palteska probably. So again, that's gonna be for the next turn. And this turn we could go and completely actually wipe out this force. But in all honesty, I would allow this force to run amok. Because I'm choosing a different path. A path of getting the hell out of this place as fast as possible. We'll be moving toward Palteska. If we're gonna make our last stand, let it be there in our main village, in main town. That's all we could have done in this turn. The battle was fierce after all. Let's end this turn and see how all this goes. Diplomacy done. Can we do anything with our faction before we move out? No, we can't. Dragovit now married with Sveta from Antians. Amazing stuff. Let them make a beautiful child, hopefully. A loss for Mila. Gnu is dead. Died defending Oyam, sadly. But we as Venedians are respectable and getting towards powerful even. Dominion is amazing. The enemy is not in our domain at this moment, and control is beyond half, so that's a good thing. The last thing we could really do here is absolutely nothing. We really can't do anything with our daughters that we have. Wife. Yes, indeed. Well, that's about it. That's about it, to be honest, for this turn. So let's end this and see the next awful things. Sorry about that. Had to go away for a bit of spell. So let's continue on and finally end the damnable turn and see what more evilish things will happen. Enemy killed in battle. Yes, we know. Theodemir deceased. Amazing stuff. The fact is, while we are being surrounded from every side, possible alliances again, even with the alliances at this point, though while we should not despair, to be honest, would be futile nonetheless. Resistance is futile. If the gods will it, we shall lose all this. If not, we shall survive and kill the Geats, kill everybody, destroy them, pillage them, burn them, and get back our peace in these lands, in these Northlands. And hopefully the Huns will be fine with us, will not make any problems for us at the moment. We have too many problems as is, my dear friends. Oyam being ransacked so many times, and Geats coming in, not with the full force, but with the king himself, which we can't do anything against. Again, a big problem going for Oyam. The Geats, it would seem I may be the only enemy at this very point. Strangely enough. Was hoping they would go for the west, not towards the east. But sadly, that's what happened in the end of the day. The Venedian Separatists, the only thing they can really do is attack us completely constantly like this and capturing the Oyam now. That's their place of power. Oyam lost. We shall see devastation that might happen because of losing Oyam. But again, that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing due to me not being able to care about repairing the damn airplane all the time. But for now, the food is the biggest issue. And we shall see what happens when Oyam is lost. So Palteska, besieging force. Of course, attrition. As always, famine. As always. And Oyam lost completely. They are sieging Palteska, which is not a good thing at all. But sadly, the moment we even reach Palteska, it could be over anyway. So that's for the next video. I wish you the very best. And next time, more love, more drugs. And as always, enemies at our doorstep. And you can even see that the Nordic Levy here have way better melee attack than us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Really beautiful stuff. But Oyam lost. And Palteska being now raided by not the massive force, but by the biggest force the Rugians actually have. A big force indeed. We shall see how that's gonna go. Palteska should have some type of garrison, but sadly the garrison is mostly non-existent, as you can see, due to attrition from the food. That's a sad thing. But we shall see. We shall fight, and we shall see if we can win. All best to you.